Okay, so here we have Anemopsis californica. This is Yerba manza. And I visited a friend's farm that has a huge stand of Yerba manza. And this plant is going dormant. You can see by the reddening leaves. This is a perennial, Southwest native, and it's one of our best leaf colors, the sign of fall. As the leaves break down, they turn red and then they die, and their energy goes back into the roots, and then next year they'll sprout new leaves. So I went to a local farmer that had a massive stand and was thinning it back. So I got all of these wonderful, wonderful plants. And the crazy thing is, you can see they actually cut some of the roots with their shovel as they're digging it out, because they know that the roots that they left in the ground are going to come back. So they're literally just thinning it out. And then it allowed me, I've got 10 plants here to plant around, to transplant around my pond, because Yerba manza, or Anemopsis californica, loves to be by water. It can be in water, but it doesn't have to be. It can be right next to it, but it's got to be by water. As a matter of fact, this farmer actually had it growing underneath their citrus trees that they just let all the leaves and everything and all the mulch fall. But they have spigots or sprinklers that water the citrus trees, which means the Anemopsis has plenty of moisture. So here is my pond. And you can see I actually already have a little bit of Yerba manza. Hello! And here's another. We've got some nice purple leaves. But we've got this wonderful border with this amazing black soil. It's just delightful. Absolutely delightful. It is surrounded by this ground cover called Bacopa monerii. I've talked about this lovely plant quite a bit. This amazing soil, and then the water is right there. And this pond is, in Southern California, we do have to add water to the pond regularly when it gets low. We do have fish and other living things in the pond. But thankfully, as we move into winter, we don't have to add water too much because the evaporation is a lot less without so much heat. So I am going to go ahead and plant. I'm going to dig some holes both in the water and on the outskirts for my Anemopsis. Here's another. I think we've got 4 or 5 plants in here, but I would very much like this Anemopsis to compete with this Bacopa. Oh, and here's my last plant. Right in there, you can see the little reddening leaf. And then that actually leaves me with a bunch of roots that I'm going to make into medicine. Oh, I'm so excited to get this going. And then this pond area is going to be a place of Anemopsis. And as it grows, it will actually add stability to the earth around the pond and integrity. And then I'm hoping to be able to take some of these as they get, as they grow into their holes and start growing new roots, I'll be able to also create transplants, because I'd really like to take some over to one of my local farms, actually 2 of my local farms that like to grow native plants in their ecosystems around the areas that they grow their crops. So Anemopsis loves to be by water, and we've got plenty of water in this pond area. So I am very excited to be able to bring this wonderful Southwest native plant to the ecosystem in my backyard. And yeah. Just give you one more little, oh, look at that. This is a little tiny transplant. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, I didn't know that was there. Ah, that's so cool. This is one of the really wonderful things about paying attention, coming out to, even if you just have a little patch, but paying attention, coming out into nature, to the same place in your backyard or in your side yard or wherever, and paying attention. because little changes happen all the time. Anemopsis californica, wonderful Southwest native plant. We talk about this plant in the Sage Country Herbs Botanical Field Apprenticeship as one of our native plants that we study.